You're listening to the All Elite Podcast, your favorite AEW fan podcast for in-depth analysis and discussions about the #1 growing brand in professional wrestling today, All Elite Wrestling. This podcast is broadcasted live on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch on behalf of the No Holds Barred Network. The network is your source for wrestling interviews and podcast content featuring independent wrestling and AEW. Also, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So sit back, relax, and interact in the live chat. Enjoy the show.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the All Elite Podcast right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I am your host, as always, of the All Elite Podcast. My name is Kyle Masters, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She is a woman of many nicknames, but you know her as the EVP of Giggles, the Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies, the Lady of the Light Tubes herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany's here. Woo!
Oh, no.
And we got sound clips.
Oh no, it's that kind of day today.
What's up? What's good, Tiff?
Oh, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Oh, you know, you're talking AEW.
Yeah,
Like always, that's what we do on this podcast is we talk AEW.
Is that what we do on this podcast?
Fuck, I don't know. Some days I'm just here and I just show up and we talk about anything. But we do have a show like that. Ladies and gentlemen, our Patreon page on the No Holds Barred Network, you can find a show like that called Free For All, where myself and Tiff just talk about anything and anything on there. We do box openings. We've done a couple of them so far. We actually just did a new one yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Our good friend Maria Ling, who does the BT outro, sent us each a care package of Danish snacks to open and try on. It was so good. It was awesome. Maria, again, hearts for you again.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you again for giving us that. That was amazing. And just for you, you get the shout outs to Maria Ling, folks. And what's going on to everybody in the live chats, wherever you're watching on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook? What's going on? I see Indie Wrestling King, which is our buddy Brad. I see Ace. I see Sal Michaels Lopez coming back. I see Victor Yathu, if I'm saying it right, Yathu. He said my favorite. What's going on? We got the Secret Detective, a.k.a. Cuba Girl in the chat. Aye, what's going on? Victor saying, what's up, guys? What's going on? We got my girl, Jackie. Jackie, how are you doing? Just for you, I got this sound clip for you, Jackie. Listen.
Oh, no.
That's just for you. Just for you. I got the Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh no.
One of my favorite movies of all time. I love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
We got Crimson Blood. I don't want to work with no hippo no mo. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea what that means, but you get the whole.
No, God!
No, hippo no mo. No. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All Elite Podcast. This is where myself and Tiff talk about everything in that AEW world. We talk Elevation, Dark, BTE, especially Dynamite, and anything that's going on in AEW. We discuss it right here on the podcast. And as you can see in my shirt today, I was personally victimized by Danny Jordan. Love Danny Jordan. She had an unreal match in Dark this week with Kylie and King, who both I've said in this podcast time and time again who are going to be huge, and I hope AEW does sign. I'm really pushing for them to sign Danny Jordan this week. I made that sweet graphic, the Danny Jordan is All Elite one, and I hope we actually get to see the real thing posted on the real AEW channel one day, because that match was sick.
Yeah.
That was a dope match this week. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
No.
I know you have. You're busy, Tiff. I know, but
yeah, I'm busy.
You know, that's okay. Just all you got to do, Tiff. It's that easy, you know.
That was easy.
You just go over to YouTube.
Boy.
You click AEW Dark. You forward it. You take the little thing, your little wheel. You push it down. You find Kylie King and Danny Jordan. You watch it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
That was
Pro
easy.
Wrestling Tees must love you, man.
Was that?
Pro Wrestling Tees must love you.
Oh, I know. They must. I've got too many wrestling T-shirts. It's like my wardrobe is wrestling T-shirts. So
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like
because
that.
they like
I'm like
Brad.
that mark. That mark.
Yeah.
Although I do have like my normal T-shirts. Like I try to wear like on our free for all podcast. I try to wear like normal clothes, like non-wrestling stuff. Again, like I touted like it's a different side to me and you. So I want to show like my other side, not my marky wrestling side. But we also got Conrad from Everything's Pro Wrestling in the chat. Yer! What's going on, buddy? I need a your sound clip on this thing.
Oh god.
That's gonna happen for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Like I said, me and Tiff talk about everything at AEW World. Got a lot to talk about. We are on the road now officially today or yesterday to Blood and Guts next week, and on the road to Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is just around the corner as well. And Blood and Guts, yo, I'm hype. After this episode, I'm very hype. Like that promo that the Pinnacle and Inner Circle cut, that got me really hype. And now we find out now, Tiff, that there's not just one match. Because that was like the big thing we were arguing about last week. It was just like how can they fit just one match on a 2-hour show?
I didn't think so. I didn't think they were gonna do that for 2 hours. So I'm glad we got some more matches going on.
Yeah. So I'm glad too. You know, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm excited for next week. I just realized my Fitbit's off. Oh god. I did some DDP yoga about a couple hours ago and I took a shower and I forgot to put it back on. God damn it. I know it right now. It's sitting on the bathroom counter, so at least I know where it is. Anyways, don't give me that look. Like, sitting there just give me that look like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make my own soundboard.
I wonder how that would work. I wonder if that would work. That could work. I'm
Why
sure
would
if
it
you
work?
get a
Of
Stream Deck
course.
and then or just download the Stream Deck app and do it from your
That's what
phone.
I'm saying. I could do it and run it through the soundboard.
I'm sure it'll work.
It will come through. Anyway.
It will come through. Anyways, before I get into Dynamite, actually give me a sec here. I got gotta reach down. I got my notes here. I have some notes to talk about because I wrote notes.
Cool.
Just put my binder back down here. All right. First thing we need to talk about. I guess the biggest thing of the week, Tiff. Kenny Omega was on Impact's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And he faced Rich Swann. I can English. For the TNA and I guess you can say TNA and Impact World Title. I mean, they labeled it as just the Impact World Title match, but I guess it's, both belts are still there. What's up with that? Like, why? I know I'm not up to date with Impact, guys, so don't criticize me here. Like, what's up with that? Why do they have both belts? Isn't it just Impact now? Why is the TNA heavyweight belt lingering around? Does anyone know? Let us know in the chat.
I'm sure Brian will know because Brian keeps up with it. I don't keep up with Impact.
But anyways, Kenny won. It was a good match. I got to see it. Ronaldo, oh my god. Hearing Mauro Ronaldo again was like, it's like that thing, there's like one thing in your childhood, Tiff, that you probably like it could be anything, like a food or something you've experienced as a child that you loved, and you experience it again when you're older and you're like, oh, it brings back all those memories. That's how I felt hearing Mauro Ronaldo again.
Yeah,
because,
he's so good.
He is.
I saw a lot of people were happy, like big time.
Conrad saying, what was the question? Oh, the question was, why does TNA have both belts still? Like, why is that like an actual thing in their company still? Like, do they have the TNA heavyweight and the Impact World Title?
Cupid Girl said Moose brought it back a few months ago.
Oh.
Okay, I think Moose was away for a while. I think he came back.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's not like an undisputed. Is it an undisputed belt and there's just two belts like WWE used to do? Like, remember when they called it the WWE heavyweight belt?
Oh, okay. Here, Brad said when Rich Swann beat Moose for the TNA title, they kept both belts separate instead of dissolving the TNA belt.
Oh, okay.
That was easy.
I'm wondering if eventually that they're going to unify it. Would you like a new belt? Why not? Nice and shiny.
Everyone's making new belts. New Japan's making a new one. You might as well get in there and make your own one. Just don't make it look like Cody Rhodes' neck tattoo. That's all you got to do. Seriously, it's grown on me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it has grown on me, that belt. It does look beautiful. It is a nice looking belt. But like, my first reaction at first was this.
much fun. With
That
these.
was my first initial reaction. Like, oh, I see Cody Rhodes' logo instantly. Anyways, yeah. So Kenny Omega won the belt or belts, whatever, and now he's pretty much Kenny 4 belts. And I say 4 belts because you have to count both the TNA ones, the AEW one, and the AAA one, which I hope we get to see all Triple A. Sorry,
Triple A.
my bad. Triple A.
Triple A.
But anyways, I hope next week we get to see that. I guess this week's episode of Dynamite was taped beforehand, like before Sunday happened. But,
Yeah.
So they kind of had to like play around that. So I hope next week we actually get to see Kenny holding all 4 belts. That would be pretty cool.
So, question: how many belts is too many belts?
Not too many belts. He can have all of them, and that's a big question that I was actually going to ask. Like,
I want to know. Let me know in the chat. How many belts is too many belts for somebody to hold?
well, I mean, they kind of look like they're doing this belt collector thing. This almost.
No, it makes sense, but I'm just wondering how many belts is too many belts.
Until his, I mean, he's got enough belts to make sure his pants don't fall down now, so he's good to go there. But if they're gonna go with this belt collector thing, it just makes like he's gonna have to have like Don start carrying belts now. Yeah. You're gonna have like the Good Brothers carrying Kenny's belts for him too. Like, if they're doing that, like I don't know, is he gonna go and beat Nick Aldis for the NWA belt? Are they priming maybe because things are looking more normal day by day here? Is maybe Ospreay and Omega gonna happen at some point? Like, New Japan's got this big show. Is it in June or next month? This Wrestle Grand Slam that's happening. I don't know if they plan on sending anybody over there from AEW. We'll see.
That'd be great. The Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Right. The Forbidden Door is being knocked.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The one question I have though with Kenny Omega is how long is he gonna hold on to the TNA belts exactly? What's the plan with that? Like, how long is Kenny going to be carrying another company's main title belt?
I wonder how the people that work there feel. You know?
I mean, I'd say it's probably like a 50-50 split. Like, some of them are like, hell yeah, like Kenny's going to bring eyes over to Impact. Like, that's probably one of the main things why they did it, right? Kenny is now labeled as the Impact World Champion. That only brings eyes to people who weren't watching Impact onto Impact now.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to be showing up on Impact a lot more as the World Champion. Hopefully. We'll see. Because they have this massive relationship. And if I'm not mistaken, Impact tapes all their shows like in 1 week, right, for the month. Like they bang them out. So
I know a lot of places are doing that right now.
So Brad corrected there. Ospreay is actually facing Okada at the Dome next month. Yeah. Oh,
the Dome. Wouldn't you like to go to the Dome?
Like, people, be patient. I guarantee you that the rest of this year is going to be really big between Impact, AEW and New Japan. I smell something around the corner that's going to be huge. And I love this slow build, and we get these little teases here and there. I cannot wait for this. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long Kenny holds the TNA belt for. Because now that Impact's announced this new pay-per-view in May, which is actually happening before Double or Nothing, and it's called Under Siege. So are we gonna get maybe some more crossover matches now? Because Under Siege kind of implies, you know what I mean, like crossover. That title alone. I don't know if Under Siege has been a pay-per-view name of Impact before, but I seen that and I'm like, okay, so maybe, I don't know. There's so many things they could do here. Or like does Kenny hold the belt till July, and that's when Joe comes in and Joe beats Kenny for the belt and he becomes their new world champion. Like,
so many people to cross over, man. Make it
good.
happen. Conrad says slowly build to that battle of the belts.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that freaking. Yes, Conrad. Thank you, Conrad.
I'd like to buy a Val.
All right, Vanna, show her what she's got. Get over there. What would you like to buy, Tiff?
An E.
4 E's. Wow. Anyways, Under Siege has never been an Impact pay-per-view. Thank you, Bill. Best friend Bill. How's it going, Bill? Bill is here. Best friend Bill. What's going on, Bill Bodkins? But yes.
I can't.
So Under Siege has never been an Impact pay-per-view name. So there you go. That's going to be a crossover pay-per-view. I think so. Maybe not a lot of people, because they probably kind of, don't maybe want to send all the people there because of the Double or Nothing. I don't know.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, we'll move on. So in 2 weeks, speaking of Forbidden Door, Moxley's gonna face Yuji Nagata, which is huge.
Yeah.
When that graphic went up, I'm like, holy shit!
I think Twitter exploded. It really did. Like everybody was freaking out.
Like, if you guys don't know, here's a flash and they love these TNT nostalgic things, right? Yuji Nagata actually wrestled on WCW on TNT back in the day. Like I remember, I seen someone on Twitter post the picture right away of it, and I'm like, that's right. So now he's gonna face Jon Moxley for the IWGP US title in 2 weeks on Dynamite. Holy shit!
Crazy.
Okay, we've seen Kenta, now we're seeing Yuji. Come on. I know it's because of the pandemic and everything slowed down, but man, they got me way too hype and waiting for, it's gonna happen, Tiff, on Dynamite. It's gonna happen. We're gonna hear the coin drop on Dynamite eventually, and Kazuchika Okada is gonna show up in the place. You think wrestling Twitter has exploded after that? Wrestling Twitter is going to go absolutely apeshit as soon as Okada shows up on AEW Dynamite. It's going to be nuts.
Well, I hope a lot of people show up on Dynamite. I really do. There's so many people I'd be excited for. Even on Impact, even if when we have some women come over, I would love it. But yeah,
Nagata and Mox is gonna be.
That's gonna steal the night, man.
Man, they're gonna draw. They're gonna draw 1.5 in 2 weeks. They're gonna get that New Japan audience coming in watching on that week because they want to see, because they love Moxley over there. New Japan is in love with Moxley. If there was ever someone that they could have their number one right now. So that fan base and everyone's going to be tuning in, and New Japan's Twitter is going to be promoting the shit out of that in 2 weeks. So it's going to be great. And then the Blood and Guts card, like I mentioned, next week, Blood and Guts. There's more than one match. So we got Cody Rhodes taking on QT Marshall. Omega and I want to say, I really want to say Michael Nakazawa, but it's not Michael anymore. It's MT Nakazawa. Yo, Tim, I've been meaning to bring this up on a podcast. What do you think of his new gimmick as MT Nakazawa? And he's dressed like a corporate stooge, and he's got the headset and the laptop.
I always go back to when you and me were making fun of the BTE bit that they were showing with him sitting with Kenny, and Kenny was bringing him over to AEW, and they used to have that GIF that was playing on the episode.
Oh, I don't have that anymore.
So, how dare you?
Well, it's in my folder. I don't have it in OBS anymore.
Anyway.
Yeah, but MT Nakazawa and Omega against Moxley and Kingston.
I still like Michael Nakazawa. It doesn't matter.
MT Nakazawa, Tiff. MT Nakazawa. Get it right.
Anyway, so Kyle's so lucky I don't live by him because I would get up and go to his house and rip the fucking.
Sorry, Tiff. I have to.
Got to give the people what they want.
I got to. That's what they want.
All right, you're gonna get distracted.
They want
completely.
But yeah, So we got Britt Baker is gonna be in action. That'll be cool. There's gonna be a 4-way tag team elimination match to determine who gets a tag team title shot. This doesn't say that they'll be number one contenders, but you almost got to think that it's SCU because of what we got this week.
Of course.
It's SCU, Jurassic Express, Varsity Blondes, and the Acclaimed. And then we have the Blood and Guts match. So next week's gonna be dope. Next week's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be amazing craziness. Let's talk about BT.
Yeah, we're getting that old school BTE vibe again. I like it.
Yep,
definitely.
That's right.
You brought it back.
I brought it back. We're getting the old school BT, guys. It felt like old school BTs, especially because now, you know what it was? I think it was the Young Bucks now being heel Bucks for us to get back to this.
Definitely. I like it.
And I am excited because I wanted to know how, Tiff, how did they get out of that trailer? That was the main thing. And I'm like, okay, maybe they're saving it for BT. And then we got it.
Yeah, so they're listening.
And yeah, I swear to God, they're watching. Because everything we say, they do it the next week on Dynamite. Sorry, BT. If you guys are listening, hi, first of all. Hi.
I love the fact that Matt was running and he was updating the Young Bucks Twitter account bio.
Yeah. Okay. So this is funny. So they were playing that that run. Dun, 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 that was hilarious. B, I was losing my shit watching this because when you're watching and you watch everyone's just half-ass running. They're not actually running. The only one that's running really fast is Matt, that's ahead of the pack, and he's like full gunning it and running like a real person. Everyone's doing like this half-run, fake bullshit run.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
love that. He goes, "Oh my god, holy crap!" And then he has like a whole bunch of letters in the damn bio.
And
thing.
you hear Cutler begin. The camera's like, "Oh guys, run!" Cutler, who's now the young boy, as we saw this week, he got
my
a.
God. Got a jacket.
They gave him the elite jacket, but he didn't see it. It said the. He looked in the mirror. It says the elite young boy, dude. Okay, we said this last week, didn't we? Not that we wanted to see more. If Brandon Cutler's gonna be the young boy, we got to see more young boy stuff.
Yeah.
What did we get on BT? We got that. What do we get on Dynamite? He literally like spray healing
Bring Matt,
the young
yeah.
bus, and I'm like, that's what they do in Japan.
Shit's great. But I do like that they have a lot of concept from over there that they brought into AEW. So I do like that.
Oh, you knew that was going to be a thing. Like when,
Yeah.
like
Well, it makes sense. I mean, they
Yeah.
worked there for so many years, so you would incorporate certain things from other promotions and stuff.
well,
so.
see, Sal Michael Lopez is asking the chat, why were they running? Well, I don't know, Sal. If I was in a trailer and a giant truck was honking and ready to take the trailer out, I'd run like hell. And it's Moxley and Kingston, man. These guys are some crazy mother effers. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to mess. I don't care if I had a group of 10.
I wouldn't want to mess with Moxley.
I would not. There's no way I would try to step up to Moxley and Kingston. Those guys are just,
Can
woohoo.
we put the gold on them? Can like they wrestle?
The Bucks. Nah.
Yeah,
We know
I mean
what's-
that's
we know
what
what's
I'm all
happening.
for. But I would even love it with Impact titles, tag team titles on them too.
Yo, them go to Under Siege. There we go.
I would love it.
Let's have that
Why
happen.
not? Yeah, have somebody from AEW hold titles over there. You
Right.
know, why not?
Why not? You know, right, Tiff? You're right. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Let's talk about
So-
Dynamite though. I mean,
Yeah.
Dark and Elevation were okay. I gotta briefly talk about them. If you guys don't watch it, I mean, you don't. I'm not saying you don't have to watch it, but if you want some more wrestling content, like AEW stuff, it's great. I mean, you watch Elevation, you get to see some young stars that are developing that could get signed by AEW.
Yeah.
AKA Danny Jordan. I'm waiting for
And you
them
never
to
know
sign
if
her.
somebody interviewed shows up on there too.
Exactly. And then Dark, okay. If there's one thing I could say to get you to tune into Dark for, it's Taz and Excalibur on commentary. Taz is not Team Taz on Dark. Him and Excalibur are literally just joking with each other the entire show. And it's so funny. The commentary is hilarious. And if you just tune in for that, you won't be disappointed. I'm telling you guys right now. Please tune in for that. We'll talk about Dynamite. This is the main thing here. Everyone wants to hear us talk about Dynamite.
Yes, it's
'Cause Tiff,
good.
Got to give the people what they want.
we have to. Let's talk about Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Well, it was a good episode. Very, very good episode. It was taped this week, which is fine. It kind of feels like their tape shows are a lot smoother, though. Don't you notice that?
Well, because they have time to if they're gonna do any edits.
You know,
or anything.
edits and all that. I don't know.
That's why.
Eventually, I think they'll
And
get
it's
it.
light out.
Yeah, so I tweeted out. I'm an idiot. I should have known that it was taped. I tweeted, I'm like, oh, so we're at that part of the season that because I remember last year, I think it was into the summer, Dynamites would start when the sun was going down.
Yeah.
So
But
we're getting close.
So had to push the time too, so that plays part too.
Okay. So yeah,
Good opener.
very good opener. We had Hangman and Brian Cage. So this was huge because this kind of exploded wrestling Twitter because of what happened here. And I understand and I kind of agree with. And I know someone's going to bring it into perspective in the chat for me. But so Hangman and Cage had a match. Hangman got jumped on the entranceway by Team Taz. The Dark Order came out for the save. Brian Cage's powerbomb on Hangman on the stage looked pretty rough. Man, Hangman just took a beating this match. Brian Cage was whooping him around. Good match though. But Cage, this is the big thing here. Cage beats Hangman Page. And this is a big thing because Hangman was undefeated until this point in 2021.
Yeah.
And all signs were pointing that Hangman was just going to go on a tear until he got to Kenny. And it was going to be undefeated Hangman facing Kenny Omega for the belt. That's the story you probably should have done. I am questioning the decision here as to why they made Brian Cage, of all people, defeat Hangman and for what reason.
Well, I agree with Brad. He goes, it makes perfect sense. If Paige isn't gonna get the shot at the next pay-per-view, then he doesn't need to be the number one contender right now. And we've been saying this for a while that it's not the time, I think, for Hangman Page to be going after Kenny.
Okay.
There's just too much storyline going
fine.
on.
I'll
right?
give you guys that. 100%. But don't you guys think that someone else other than Brian Cage should have beaten Hangman?
See, I like that thing, Bill. He said Kenny collects another belt, the FTW title.
So you think that Brian Cage somehow surpasses
Title for title?
Hangman by then, and it's going to be double or nothing? It's going to be Hangman? Or it's going to be Kenny versus Brian Cage? So that means the world title wouldn't be on the line. Or unless they're doing a double title.
No, unless they do both title.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm all for it. I can see like Kenny and Cage going at it. I wouldn't mind it.
I don't know. I think if they... Don't you think like Cage would have gotten in the story by now? Is this just going to be a thrown together match? But it's your world title. Why would you just throw together a match?
Yeah.
Like next week is May, guys. And that only leaves,
cool.
that literally leaves 2 weeks for them to build to the go home show.
Well, that could be just like that they have like a shot, something like maybe if what's it called? If Cage beats him or something, then he gets like a shot at the belt, but then winds up losing the FTW belt. Well, to me, that belt is like nothing to me. It's just, he's walking around with the stupid belt and showing nothing for us. So what's the point of the belt?
I'm wondering what they're doing at the pay-per-view.
This for a long time ago. Like,
I really want to know what the world title match is going to be at the pay-per-view. That will put it in.
Brad thinks it's going to be Eddie and Kenny, which could make lots of sense.
Yeah, see, it's because
that makes more
by
sense.
then Moxley, I think, probably will be gone to go with Renee for the baby by then. I think she's due like any time now, so it kind of fits aligning there. Yeah, a lot of you guys going crazy in the chat. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things we can do here. I would love to see Brian Cage and Kenny go at it. I don't know if that's going to be
It would probably be like a Dynamite match.
Yeah.
I don't think it's pay-per-view worthy of a match, but I wouldn't mind seeing it on Dynamite.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just Hangman to go undefeated, and they kept the problem was they kept building Hangman as undefeated up until a point. Every week they're mentioning it like crazy. Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's Brian Cage to be the one to kind of...
It's just not the time. I said it was going to be that full build of Hangman. That's
fine. But I think it should have been someone better. If they're not going to do Kenny and Hangman right away, have someone better. I'm not trying to say Brian Cage sucks and is below. I'm just saying have something that kind of makes... It doesn't really make sense to me. Like Brian Cage just comes out of nowhere and defeats Hangman. Like, come on. Like, if you're going to talk to me week after week after week about Hangman's undefeated streak, come to me and tell me... Or give me, on TV, someone meaningful to defeat Hangman and make it mean something. I'm like, hey, Brian Cage won, but like now they kind of have to do. They're kind of shut themselves in the foot a little bit here. They have to do something with Brian Cage now. And if they don't, then they kind of just wasted Hangman's loss there.
Who's better
right?
than Cage? Anyway.
But who better than Brian Cage?
All right, let's move on.
That's right, Bill. That's
too
right.
much on this.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yo, the limo scene.
Yeah.
That's the limo scene.
Oh my God.
Because one part here, literally, I was close to peeing my pants at this one part. So they're in the limo. For some reason, Carl Anderson has no pants. You know, like I was like, I was okay.
Why we don't need pants?
I guess not. And so Kenny's pissed about the trailer being destroyed. But he says it doesn't really matter. They're unfazed. Nothing's gonna faze him. He's like this mega champion, this belt collector, yada yada yada. And he's like, nothing's going to faze them. Nothing's going to scare them anymore. And then all of a sudden you hear a honk and they're all shitting themselves. The drinks are flying in the air and they're all getting scared. All you see is Nakazawa appear through he's the driver of the limo and going, oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I almost peed my pants at this part. I was dying. I don't know why, but it's like Nakazawa. I'm like, of course it's Nakazawa.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that was great. Tiff, I was laughing like crazy at that part.
Oh, no, it was
fantastic.
great. It was funny. I loved it.
Yeah, and then you had the Bucks. So I saw something. I got to give props to Kimmy, Kimmy _WWE on Twitter, who does a WWE podcast. Shout out to you, Kimmy. She pointed out Seth Rollins. Did you see what he tweeted?
No.
He's like, congratulations to my jacket entering the Forbidden Door because Matt was wearing basically the same jacket that Seth Rollins wears, that leather jacket with the fur.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh shit, he's right. It kind of looks exactly like the same jacket.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's great.
It's nice though.
Yeah. So the Bucks face the Seidel's.
Oh my God, this was such a good match.
Yo, Seidel's are good.
They
Seidel's
are good.
They're good.
They are good.
Well, I knew that like Matt Seidel was great just from remember when he was Evan Bourne. He was so misused back when he was in WWE back in the day, but he's come a long way, especially with his brother. But heel Bucks though, I love me my heel Bucks, man.
And their fashion, hashtag wrestling fashion. Shout out to Queen of Any and JPQ.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
And
Queen of Any and JPQ, y'all.
And shout out to Denise Cutler because I always tweet her when I love the fashion. So, but it's just badass. I didn't even take any notes for this match because like my eyes were just glued on it because it was like such a good match.
They
Like
had the
Young
danglies.
Bucks really could not have a bad match.
They had the danglies, got to eat your danglies out. Okay, I got a question here though. I saw it in this match and I saw it in another match. Rick Knox playing a little bit of a heel ref a little bit. Kind of noticed a couple of heelish things here. Like there was the switch mid-match when they switch and Rick Knox he knew it but didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, is Rick Knox like the AEW's Nick Patrick? Is this what he's going to become?
But I was going back to the times that they were, the Young Bucks ref, like back then in the days, because we used to talk about this.
But now are they going to do something about it?
Yeah. So like that's what it reminded me of. Like back then, that everybody's like, oh, the Young Bucks, they're paid. He's paid by the Bucks.
Give me that at Double or Nothing. Have Rick Knox help the Bucks screw SCU and end their career.
Oh man.
And have like a fast count or something out of nowhere.
I love it.
Or like a different referee and they get knocked out and then Rick Knox comes in kind of thing. I would love that. Very good match though. Bucks again, still the best tag team in the world. These guys are unreal. Seidel still look dope.
Cage, man. The Johnny Cage.
The Johnny Cage punch. I put it as a thumbnail because as soon as I see it, I'm like, Johnny Cage.
That's it.
Johnny Cage.
Matt does the best faces. I love when they're like so extra about things, but it makes sense and like know where the camera is, know the how to do your face and everything. It's just gold.
This is why they're the best in the world. People question like why people say this all the time. The Young Bucks are literally the best tag team in the world for a reason. And this proves it. Even stuff like this. He literally pulls out a Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage punch to the nuts and that face reaction.
Just came out, yeah.
And then Cutler's the Young Bucks young boy after the spraying. That got me. And he's like spraying. Okay, like Matt's standing there, with the hands on his hips, and then Cutler's kind of going underneath. And shout outs to Manscaped spraying which I'm gonna play a Manscaped at the end of I forgot to play it in the beginning, but we'll play it at the end of the podcast. We are sponsored by Manscaped, guys, and this last day is tomorrow for it, so we'll get to that. But literally spraying underneath.
So good.
With the cooling spray. And then SCU came out, cut a really good promo, basically, saying, like, we told you guys months ago that, the next match that we lose, like, SCU is done. Great storyline for Double or Nothing heading into it. Most likely the Bucks are going to win and end that. SCU is not going to be a team forever. Especially Christopher Daniels. The guy's like at the end of his road. I imagine that he's probably going to retire after that, or maybe have like a retirement match after that, and then kind of like transition himself to a backstage role, or maybe a really, really part-time guy. Like he's already part-time now, but like more than part-time guy. We'll see. Pentagon Jr. or Penta L0M, whatever you guys want to call him, faced Orange Cassidy, your boy.
Oh my God. This, to me, this should have main evented. That's just my opinion. Like, whatever.
I was going to say this.
Match was so good.
This match proves why AEW is great. If you guys need to know why AEW is great. I don't know if you guys are questioning that. I don't know why. But this kind of proves why AEW is great. Because it's a clashing of two different styles here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And producing a great wrestling match.
Yeah.
And we know from the past, if like a lot of people have criticized, Orange Cassidy's been criticized his entire wrestling career because of his style. But it works. AEW's proven that it can work on a national fan base, and people have fallen in love with Orange Cassidy. And he is a great, like you said, you preached it since day one of this podcast. Like, people don't let his antics fool you. He is an insane wrestler, and he proved that he just
can really wrestle.
He's had a banger match with Pentagon, who is one of their best wrestlers in the company.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cool spot where Penta like caught Orange Cassidy with the outside dive,
Yeah.
That was a really cool spot. That was dope. Like, you have to think, like, Orange Cassidy is going full force through the ropes there, and Penta caught him without falling or dropping Cassidy. That was awesome. Like, I enjoyed that. But Orange Cassidy picking up the victory.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
Because I thought, Penta says, I thought he was gonna win because we've seen for weeks here that, Alex and the combination of those two have been
I love it.
cheating to win and all this stuff.
It's so good.
So yeah, I love the Penta says.
I love it. Yeah, I love
Penta
it.
says thing is great, but Orange Cassidy picking up the victory. I was like, okay,
Good. But yeah, it was good. I felt it
Okay.
could have been main event.
Probably could have been, yeah, probably it could have, but I know what they're doing. We know what they're doing with the main event right now. Britt Baker had a backstage segment. I just love how they are making her make the rankings mean something.
Yeah.
Because the rankings get shit on all the time. And now she's like, every week she makes a big deal out of it. Like, she had it on the screen. My question is, do you think someone's going to pass her by Double or Nothing? Because there's a lot of people behind her that are very close. Like, she's only ahead by like maybe one win. If someone else gets a win, I'd question that they probably should go above her. Like, if Tay Conti comes back and gets a win randomly, she should go back up. Right? That only makes sense because Britt's getting another match next week.
I still don't.
So that's probably going to help her.
But
I don't know. We know that it's going to be Sheeta and Britt though, because
it has to be.
It
needs to happen.
It's literally at like a 98% chance right now. The era of Britt Baker as champion is going to happen after Double or Nothing, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is perfect timing because I saw in the news tiff that according to JR, I think it was, AEW plans on traveling by July.
Good. Well, we're starting to like open back up to 100% New York.
Yeah. So
By July.
This is perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect time. That means they can open up Jacksonville for like the month of June. They can open up Daly's place to probably 50 to 75% capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And we can start getting, bigger crowds in.
Yeah.
So great timing. Great timing. Man, Tony Khan's why he was Booker of the Year. Right there. Another big thing that happened on Dynamite, the Inner Circle and Pinnacle parlay. Parlez-vous français? I can say it better than that. Parlez-vous français? Je peux parler français. Tiffany. Tu parles français? Oui? No?
No.
Anyways, Inner Circle, over the top, motorcycle escort wrestling entrance.
I loved it. I love
Just
that it's
like-
so extra. This just got me watching this whole segment got me hyped. For
Hold up. Did you think it was them on the motorcycles too? When they were
Yeah.
coming in, I'm like looking, like doing kind of like this, going, "Oh, where's Jericho?" Like,
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they did.
and they came out of the tunnel. I'm like, who the fuck's on the motorcycle then?
That was awesome though.
But anyway, yeah, it was great. And then, my boy Spears, first one to talk. That's right, Sean Spears, y'all. And he's back to having
What's
the
the
brunette
husband?
hair. That's right, he got rid of the pea hair. Thank God. God, I wasn't a fan of it. Sorry, Sean, if you watch this, my bad, yo. But I was not a fan of the blonde, dude. Not a fan of the blonde. But he cut an unreal promo. Sammy even clapped back, man. Sammy clapped back with a great promo. Like,
Good. Let other people talk, right?
this entire segment, everyone had insane lines. I was shocked they did not let Wardlow talk after the promo we got from him a couple weeks ago. Why didn't they let him talk?
Good. I was glad. It was good.
We got nothing from Wardlow. We got literally this. We got this from Wardlow this week.
Good.
What do you mean good? He had a sick promo last week.
No, I'm thinking. Never mind. Confusing myself. I'm thinking Hager. I don't
Oh,
wanna hear-
Hager. No, okay, no.
Yeah.
Wardlow.
Wardlow. Yeah.
This is Ward. Like his theme song. Listen to his theme song. That's literally how it starts. Anyways, MGF killing it too. The promo game. We know MGF can kill it in the promo game. FTR and Santana Ortiz's promo cut deep. Yo, oh my God! Like
New
bringing
York,
up their
yer.
daughter, and bringing up their daughters and stuff. And we're like, oh, my boys FTR cutting it deep, and they clap back too. I'm like, damn, man. Like we need to see FTR and Santana Ortiz go at it in a tag team match. Hopefully that happens in Double or
Make it
Nothing.
happen. Oh, we're gonna get it.
Can we get that at Double or Nothing? Like, just I don't care.
take
It
it.
doesn't have to
Give
have
me-
belts. Just put them in the card. People will watch that for the feud.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, Santana Mike was dope, Conrad. He was, was good. And then Jericho, man, cut one of his best promos in AEW I've seen in a long time, like big time. This was a very good promo by Jericho. He was on point and on key, and he got me hyped for this event. If you are not hyped for Blood and Guts out there, check your damn pulse. Put your finger right here. Do this and check your pulse, please. Because you must be dead if you are not hyped for this. Like, if you're dead, please let me know. You know, I'll come help you out. I'll come save you. I got a defibrillator. I can help you out. But please, if you're not hyped for this, check yourself. Check yourself. Big question is by Bill Bodkin. Does Inner Circle stay together if they lose? Oh, very good question by Mr. Bill Bodkin. What do you think, Tiff?
Yeah, I think they're still gonna stay together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're baby faces now, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do like a quick turn, but
Nah, I don't think it's gonna bust up.
Yeah. Sal Michaels in the Facebook chat. I loved how Jericho talked about the work he put in Canada, Japan, and Mexico, bringing up all that, saying, you know, I might have been a curtain jerker at 24, but I was main eventing places in Canada, Japan, and Mexico, and while you were doing Jack. You're just here in the indies. It's crazy. Anyways, after the exchange, we got Kingston and Moxley, MT Nakazawa and Omega in this like little segment kind of thing. Like Kingston was supposed to face Nakazawa in a match.
Yeah.
Ends up being like they put Kenny. They knocked Kenny out. They put his ankle in a chair. Like, you know, kind of like they're gonna break it with Moxley in the ring there, and then like they kind of threaten Don Callis, like, give us a match or we're gonna break your champion's ankle. They got it out of him. Next week, Omega and MT Nakazawa, of all people, to face Moxley and Kingston. It's going to be entertaining, that's for sure.
Good. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Are we going to still get baby oil? Is that are we still going to get it?
No, because he's wearing clothes. Where is he going to put it on?
I know. Oh.
He's going to put it on the laptop and it's going to slip out of his fucking hands. He's MT Nakazawa now, Tiff. MT Nakazawa.
What?
MT Nakazawa.
Like by Val?
What do you want, Tiff? What do we got at the board here?
An A?
A. No A's. I'll give you an A. A.
Okay. Anyway.
Statlander and Penelope Ford.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't wait for the day.
I love Penelope's hair last night.
Oh, yo, that braid though.
Right?
What was going
It was
on
so
there?
pretty. I liked it. Like, shit, could like someone come do that to my hair, please? Like, it's so pretty.
All that threatening for a tag match though. I don't know. It's Sal, you know, like I don't know what's going on with that tag match. I think it's just gonna be entertaining. Just a spot fill before the Blood and Guts match. That's my guess.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. But I can't wait for the day that I get booped by Chris Statlander. That's gonna happen one day at a meet and greet.
Fred and Rob got booped.
Yeah. So post COVID, that's one of my goals. I'm gonna get booped by Statlander eventually.
Yes.
Glad to see Ford on Dynamite too. I mean, agreed on we need more of her.
So good. So good.
Eventually, hopefully, we can get her in some storylines. That'd be great. You know, hopefully, please. This match was supposed to happen at Double or Nothing last year, actually, but because of Statlander's injury, it was postponed till now, and we got it. And Statlander looks very good since she got back, man. She looks, you know what it is? I think she looks a lot more confident in the ring. Like I watched a previous match with her, and I watched last night's Dynamite. Mm-hmm. She looks a lot more confident in the ring, and she flows a lot more better in the ring. So during this time that she's injured, she's really upped her game up, and she looks great. Like, I don't care if she doesn't win it. Give Statlander a title shot soon after Britt wins it, because I think her and Britt can have a unreal match. And man, this women's division has really come out of its shell in the last month, has it not?
Good.
Like, this women's division is sick, and it just keeps getting better. Like, okay, don't mention Abaddon, please. No, I'm not getting hugged by Abaddon. Nope.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
She's gonna give you a big wet kiss.
Oh God!
Nope.
No, God, please,
God.
no, no, no,
Nope.
no.
Anyway.
Nope. Anyways, yes. This women's division getting crazy, and it keeps making me think. Tiff, you know what it makes me think?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. If you took a piece of paper down and you wrote down all like the women's stars in AEW down, and you look at it on paper, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Right. Yeah.
Do you think that they could have their own show?
Why not?
Because the new show is only an hour long. They have the perfect amount of women if they want to do an all-women's show. Not a lot of people are going to agree with me with that, but I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, an all-women's show.
Give me intergender.
And see, Brad's already with the no. Already with the negative, Brad. Come on now. Anyways, all-women's show. They could do it. I know it won't draw. They need more stars. They need the star power for it to be. Maybe its own YouTube show. I think,
but I agree with Brad. I don't think it would draw.
Yeah.
I think if you did some intergender in there too.
But the last month is they've definitely come out of their shell, and it's growing. There's stars like Jade, like Britt Baker, now Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, Tay Conti. I'll go as far as saying Abaddon, like her character is great. And like there's a couple of people through the Dark and Elevation right now that they could sign and add to the division. Like there's like Maddie Warsawski is getting very, very popular on wrestling Twitter each and every single week. So I can see her getting signed anytime now. So their division is huge. Big Swole. Like I know I'm going to be forgetting them. Nyla Rose. Like they have a sick division. Yeah. So I think again it goes back to what we always say. We just need to see more of it. And Danny Jordan, hopefully sign my girl Danny Jordan, please. So the Factory, Nightmare Factory, I'm going to call it a segment because I really wasn't paying attention to this. I'm sorry. I know I talk a big game with the Factory, and like I love it because it's a faction that's going to promote new talent, like guys like Anthony Ogogo and Nick Camarado. I just really wasn't invested in this. I started looking when I saw the bus.
I can't get invested in this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They
They
stole Cody's bus. And that's how they made their entrance.
I knew I knew it was gonna end that Cody was gonna show up.
Yeah, and Cody comes out.
I think everybody knew.
Okay, like they teased it though. I'm like, okay, they're climbing to the top of the bus. Okay, give me a big spot if you're gonna do that. Don't do a figure 4 on the top of the bus. I'm like, what the hell does that do? Throw his ass off the bus.
I was thinking of
throw him. There's like a group of 20 people down there. Throw him in there.
Well, I've seen it. I've seen worse.
Like QT can take this fall.
I've seen people throw people off buses into glass, barbed wire, like just like that.
The fucking camera's only on one side.
I'm so violent.
They could have put a giant air balloon on the other side, had QT fall into it. It was taped. They could have done something.
I just
what the hell was that?
The fans in the front row are coming out to over here to come see all this by the bus. And I'm like, oh, they're not really fans. They're
the Dark wrestlers, and I'm like, what? Like those aren't fans. I seen the figure 4, and my instant reaction was this. I was like,
yeah,
what?
I feel like that too. I'm just over it. Yeah, I'm over it.
Boo.
Anyway.
So we got Miro snapping again. But this time he literally beat the living shit out of Kit Sabian.
Good.
And smashed him around in that whatever. That was a locker room. I don't know how it was a locker room. Wasn't it weird to have like locker room things and then there's like a big like shipping door in the locker room? Like, what's going on here? Why is there a big shipping door in this quote unquote locker room? Anyways, he closed the door on Kip's hand. I guarantee you Kip's gonna have a quote unquote cast.
Oh, he's
on his hand
thing next week or whatever.
Could we please just start the push already with Miro? Oh my God, what are they waiting for?
I was ready.
Please tell me we're not getting Kip versus Miro now at the pay-per-view, and we have to wait till after dawn to get this push going. Miro is primed and ready. Do people want to see him just go nuts now and start running through people? Why is he not on Dark or Elevation just kicking the shit out of people? Like beating 2 Elevation stars at once in one match. Why isn't he doing that? That would be perfect. He's wondering where Kip is. Have him come out on a Dark and Elevation every week and be like, yo, where were you, bud? Where were you? I've been having Dark and Elevation matches. Why are you not by my side? Wouldn't that have made sense? Anyways.
Bert wants to know if we can get a laser sound effect.
A laser sound effect? What do you mean?
Fire the laser.
Oh, the laser.
Anyway, let's talk about the main event.
The main event with Darby coming out with...
Oh, God.
Yeah, Sting's here, but there's no snow. Don't worry,
Thank
Tiff.
God.
I think they've retired the snow.
Thank God. I was getting PTSD.
Because the snow? I think they retired it, though. I think we're good.
Good. They ran out of the money.
Very good promo earlier by 10, like the really like cool serious one. Like it's another side of 10. I tweet this out. I'm like, very nice touching Brody Lee tribute by 10 in his promo. But if you guys don't watch BTE, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see another side of 10, because when they do the Dark Order skits on BTE, 10 plays the druggie. He always brings up that he does drugs, and he gets his drugs from, like, they're bringing up their dads the one time. And he's like, oh, my dad gives me drugs.
Oh God.
10 is hilarious on BT. Like, he's great.
Yes, they all are.
But he had a really good match with Darby.
He had a good match, yeah.
And Darby, again, proving in the main event with the TNT belt, which you saw in that promo that 10 said. He thinks that the TNT belt is the top belt in sorry, I can't even talk. In AEW. Yeah, I know. I felt like I had like.
Well, I mean, I love the fact that they said that it's like they need to bring it back to Dark Order, that it represents Brody. Yeah. So it makes sense. So, but I think the question is who's going to take it off. And I would love for like Johnny Silver to take it off of Darby.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to get that.
No. This was a great match. And again, Darby proving week after week that he is the future of this company. Darby Allin is unreal. And I know, Tiff, you said it since day one here, but like, man, oh man, is this guy ever going to be like, he is a big star now. I understand people. Don't yell at me here. He is a big star now. But he's not hit his ceiling. And that's a good thing to say right now. He's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. And he is going to be a massive star.
Do you think that he needs to like bulk up if he's going to be like AEW champion?
That's a weird way of thinking. That's like that old school way of thinking. I really don't think AEW is that type of thinking, though. I really don't think so. John Moxley's not. I mean, he's big, but John Moxley's not that big, and he was world champion for almost a year.
Yeah, but Darby's like a stick.
Put John Moxley next to
Orange Cassidy. Put it on, and I was like looking at him yesterday. Even Queen of Eddie was like, "Girl, like, yeah." He's like, and even my boys, Private Party too. They've been packing on too.
It would be sweet to have him win the world title if it's not that long, but at least win it once. I
think a lot of people will have that opportunity. Yeah. I can see it. Not now.
Or maybe Darby knows what he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like maybe Darby knows because of his size, he's only limited to a certain amount.
Well, come here. I'll feed him.
Yeah, she will.
I like to buy Val.
D for Darby Allin, get your ass over here, please. You've solved the puzzle.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, great match. I mean,
like
it was an interesting ending, though. Did you see like the dark? I as soon as the Dark Order were pointing it out, I knew what they were pointing out. Excuse me. 10's right shoulder wasn't exactly on the mat during that count, and the referee didn't really look. They shook hands though, and okay, this part. This part literally made me tear up. Like I was tearing when I seen this. So Darby gets up, they kind of shake hands, and he rips the Brody armband off, and he holds it up at the camera, and I'm like, okay, man, like that.
Nah, it's nice that they're
that
still
got me in the feels hardcore. Like I was like, oh man,
I'm glad they're still honoring him.
Yeah, and then Ethan Page and Scorpio jump Sting and Darby, and Sting got a leg lock. And I'm like, okay, so Sting's getting physical. So what's this leading to? Is it Ethan Page and Darby 1-on-1, or are we getting a tag match with these two? Like, what's going on here?
There's a lot.
What is going on here?
That's the thing. We don't know what's coming, but we have the possibilities of a lot that can happen, which is good about AEW because you don't want it to get stale.
No, and I seen a lot of people say like, oh, it's going to be Ethan Page and Darby 1-on-1 for the TNT belt, the pay-per-view. Great, but like, so Scorpio's okay with that, or like
I'm fine with Scorpio too. But what about Archer? Like, so this can really.
Oh yeah, Archer came in too. That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways this can go.
So Archer and Darby against Paige and Sky. I don't know if that's like a pay-per-view match though. That kind of looks like a Dynamite match. I believe the TNT belt will be defended at the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
Maybe that'll be Ethan Page.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
I'm hyped too.
I'm ready for next week.
Pick a team, Dark.
But it was a really good episode last night. So
yeah, I was hyped.
I was hyped last night, and I got more hype for next week.
But before we go anywhere, folks, ladies and gentlemen, again, there's only one day left. Tomorrow is your last day to get in on the Manscaped action. We are sponsored by Manscaped for the month of April. We have a special promo code that will be revealed here at the end of the commercial. But here is our fabulous commercial done by my boys, the 5-second rule, my very good friend Anthony. Shout out to you, Anthony. Anthony, I know you've had a rough week last week.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. My thoughts and prayers and condolences are with your family. Anthony did lose his brother, unfortunately. So again, shout outs to you, buddy. And you're always on my mind, man. I'm always checking in on you. You mean the world to me, and you helped me with my gaming too on this channel. You got me started with that. So I owe you everything, and I owe you everything for this commercial. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this commercial. Are sponsored by Manscaped.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kyle. And we're here for Kyle.
Today's special product, Manscaped.
Are you looking like a Sasquatch around your crotch? Well, don't just take it from us. Take it from WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes.
Listen, Daddy, if the dream knows about anything, it is Manscaped. And I used to cruise down the boulevard with Sapphire with my balls looking like a Thanksgiving Day turkey, baby. They were so smooth and nice, and I did it by using the Lawnmower 3.0, Daddy. And the best thing about it, moisture resistant, waterproof, Daddy. I'm talking about my nuts used to look like a water slide, baby. Not anymore, because the hair is gone. It looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin's head. It is so nice, baby. Don't leave you downstairs looking dusty. Take it from the dream.
Nothing means nothing without Manscaped, brother, yeah.
And now, a song from the Jobbers.
Don't rub me the wrong way. I've been chafing all day. I need a Manscaped. When it hurts real bad and you can smell my ass, I need a Manscaped. Don't sweat it. I need a Manscaped. Don't sweat it. Oh, I need a Manscaped. I need a Manscaped. I need a Manscaped. I need a Manscaped. Yeah. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, don't regret it.
Don't sweat it. Oh, I need a Manscaped.
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 Yeah.
Need the Manscaped.
Can't.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We are sponsored by Manscaped for the month of April. And there you go, right in the screen with the shaver going. Use code AEPSHAVE at checkout to get 20% off and free delivery. That's us 20% off and free delivery. Guys, shave your downstairs. We know you're getting bushy down there. Shave them up. Shave your balls. Like Dusty Rhodes said, have them looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin's head, baby. Have it nice and clean and smooth. Just like mine. I can do the Dusty voice too a little bit. That's crazy. But guys, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, AEPSHAVE at checkout. Get 20% and save on delivery, getting it free. They have the Lawnmower 3.0. They got a lot of cool stuff on there. More than just the shaver. They got boxers. You can get like the all this in one package called the Perfect Package 3.0. Go check it out, guys. Manscaped.com and use code AEPSHAVE.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. Manscaped, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it's probably going to wrap it up for today's episode, guys.
Yeah.
Again, like I said in the beginning of the show, our Patreon page, No Holds Barred Network, or patreon.com/NHB Network. Little as $1 a month supports me and Tiff. All the money gets put back into our podcast for stuff we update, contests. Like we're having a big contest for Double or Nothing. It's going to be for a Shop AEW gift card. So again, any money that we get on there, we put right back into the podcast and get contests like for you guys. So again, $1 a month. You get crazy content like me and Tiff doing the Free For All show. We did an American versus Canadian snacks episode. We did the Maria Ling gift package from Denmark, and we tried some Danish snacks. We're going to be doing more of those because we found a website where we're going to get snacks from around the world, and we're going to pick different countries and do that. And, we do episodes where we just kind of chit-chat about everything and anything, stuff that's going on in our lives and, stuff we see on the internet. We bring up kind of like pulp culture stuff or whatever. We're still planning a Disney episode where we just talk about Disney shit for the whole episode. So, again, that's our Patreon page to check that out. If you go to the link tree on our Twitter page at No Holds Barred Network, you can click there for it. Yeah. I do have an Instagram now. If you guys see, they're beautiful right there on the screen right below me. I mean, you can follow Tiff on Instagram as well at LobsterDream82. You can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters on Instagram and Twitter. I've gotten in on the Insta game, Tiff. I'm joining the Insta clan.
Cool.
Cool, I know, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris Matthews in the chat.
Everyone's dying. But.
Thank you, Tiffany, for putting that there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you are watching live here on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching back on YouTube. All our episodes are posted on YouTube after they're done. If you're an audio listener, you guys are my favorite people in the entire world. We are available on audio platforms, folks, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Anchor, and Pocket Cast. Wherever you're getting your podcast, search up the No Holds Barred Network. You'll get this awesome podcast, the All Elite Podcast, and all the other wonderful podcasts that we have on this network that Tiff does, especially Under the Ropes, where she interviews a lot of independent stars on there. And if you are an Apple Podcast listener, give us a generous 5-star rating. Leave us a comment down in the comment section on Apple Podcasts. Helps us in the chartable side of things. And lastly, but certainly not least, Darren, you, my boy, you're our boy. This Wolf, Dead to Me, is our official theme song of the podcast. Thank you for letting us use it each and every single week, and all your music here on the network as well. You've been an incredible friend since day one here, since you've discovered us and letting us use all your songs. It literally, truly means the world to me and Tiff for letting us use it.
I see him a lot.
And you see him a lot.
I see Darren a lot.
Yeah.
I do. I see Darren a lot. So
you forward my praise and humbleness to him. And
I will. I always do.
And you guys know at the end of every podcast, I get so humble here because literally it's your guys' support and your guys' support that keeps me and Tiff going here. And I am truly humbled by all the support you guys do, whether it's just liking a tweet or hitting that like button right there on YouTube. That helps us a lot. Or subscribe. It's free. All you have to do is click like and subscribe. That's free. It literally means the entire world to me and Tiff. If you guys aren't here, I don't even know if me and Tiff are going to be here. It's you guys show up each and every single week. You're chatting in the live chat. That keeps me going. That keeps Tiff going here. So from the bottom of our hearts, again, thank you so much each and every single week, guys. If you're watching live, if you're tuning back, if you're downloading on audio, everything helps, folks. So thank you so much for that. And like you see in this episode, we're getting soundboards going. We're trying to make this fun, get this podcast popping off, as Tiff would say. Yeah. But that's gonna wrap it up for me, Tiff. You got any closing remarks here?
Nope. But I gotta go.
Nope.
So
Oh yeah, Tiff's got to go. She's got a lot of stuff to do. Sorry, Tiff. So we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching the All Elite Podcast right here in the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. We will see you guys live back here each and every single Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy.